The SSAT is the secondary school's admissions test. It was actually primarily used for access for boarding schools, but now it is accepted for students applying to private schools from grade 4 and up. And here are some ways that the test is broken down by age group. The ISEE is the Independent Schools Entrance Exam. It used to be used primarily to help students get into private schools, but now you can use it to gain admissions to Catholic schools as well as to boarding schools. You can start this test as early as grade 2 admissions, and it goes all the way through high school. Here are some ways this exam is broken down. Well, I love to look at the brain, so we offer something called the Mind Print Learning Assessment, and this is a tool that we use to help us understand how the brain works for each of our students, and using this information, we can tell which test is going to be best. We can also ask the student, what are you better at, aptitude or strategy? The ISEE measures aptitude, whereas the SSAT measures predictive measures, and it does involve a bit more strategy. You could also take one of each exam and see how you do and start preparing with the one that you're doing better. Great question. Well, first you want to make sure that you know when you can take the test. Students that take the SSAT can take the test up to 6 times, which is really helpful for many students. Here are some phases of preparation that students often go through. You want to first become familiar with the test format, learn the strategies, learn the contents, take a mock test, refine your instructional strategies and efforts based on that mock test. And as you get closer to the test day, just make sure you're studying and really learning on a daily basis. There are many different ways to prepare for the SSAT. You could use workbooks, online courses, in-person courses, one-to-one tutoring, mock testing, or even independent study. I love when students have study tips to share during their process, and here are some that I've collected from our students. 1, keep a Google document. Create a 3-column study guide. So we have a PDF example. If you want to go ahead and email me or get in touch with me after, I can send it to you. But this is a great way to study for math or exams. So we love the Google document idea. You could also write sentences to learn vocabulary. You can study content, but don't forget to be studying and holding yourself accountable for those strategies. And work on your timing. Here are some other great pieces of information that I gathered from our tutoring group just to share how much students really need to learn in the upper level of this exam. These are students who are applying for high school. Here's an example of an upper level SSAT reading passage, and here's a middle level SSAT verbal reasoning set. Analogies are included in the SSAT, and I love to teach them to students. Well, actually, the same advice applies. So you will need to sign up for 2 ISEE exams, one during each season. You don't have to, but that's just the suggestion. So you have 2 opportunities to take the exam. The phases of preparation are the same, the preparation options are the same, and the study tips remain. The look of the test is going to be different for the ISEE compared to the SSAT. So it's important to learn the specific ways that each of these tests measures your success on the test. Here are some examples of math topics that are covered on the upper level ISEE, and some types of reading comprehension covered on the upper level ISEE. Here's an example of the middle level ISEE as well.